8 keys to authentic living. Key number 2, what is not authentic living? Hello lovelies, it's Tiina here from Own Kind of Wonderful, helping you reclaim who you truly are. Now, of course, in that tagline, it's all very clear on why I talk about authenticity and authentic living. It's one of the cornerstones of the work I do with my clients, absolutely. So today in this episode, we're looking at what authentic living is not. Because sometimes people go, oh, well, I can be authentic. I can behave however I want to. I can react however I want to. I can shout at people. I can be angry however I want to be. I can stomp my feet. And it's like, well, that's just you reacting to your anger feelings. It's not about being authentic. Once upon a time, I used to have this boss who, like, his moment to moment emotions ruled the whole company all the time. So everybody were on their tippy toes all the time because, it was like, oh, okay, now we're all supposed to laugh. Yes, that's such a funny joke. And everybody's like, oh, jeez. Everything to please the boss. And the next minute, some email comes in and he's full of rage and everybody's like ducking, going, I hope I don't get the bollocking, right? So you never knew, right? So was he being authentic? Well, he was living out his moment-to-moment feelings of not having any kind of filter or actually any kind of ability to kind of go, like, okay, so what does this mean? Like for a restaurant, I'm in a workplace, like I'm a leader of this company, and I'm supposed to set the tone for the whole company and what we do here. It's just, reacting just like a 2-year-old all the time. So what would be more authentic in that case is going, why am I so effing angry all the time? Like, I am just going into rage so often. I wonder what's going on. I'm gonna explore that, because authentic living is about being courageous in your life and showing up as yourself. So it's not just reacting to some kind of feeling that you have from a moment to moment. It also takes vulnerability, and it's not that vulnerable to rant and rave and make other people feel shit and manipulate other people. That's not being vulnerable. The vulnerable thing then would be to admit to that, maybe, and say, I might have a problem here. Like, this is not the kind of leader I want to be. Or maybe it is. What do I know? Right? Maybe you want to manipulate and rage and rant, but most people don't actually feel that good. And I think while authentic living can be challenging, to say the least, because it is about showing up, it is about being vulnerable, it is about being courageous. What it leads to is feeling great about your life, feeling great about you, and over and above anything else, it leads to freedom, right? The wonderful feeling of being able to breathe. Here I am. I don't have to wear a fucking mask anymore. I'm done with that. Like, this is me. This is me, the best parts of me, right? And we all have shadow sides, and there will be an episode of shadow sides and accepting your own shadow sides. But that, having those shadow sides is more about acknowledging them and knowing them so that they don't have a hold of us. That the shadow side is often the one that rants and raves, and gets angry. So once we explore that and accept it, it doesn't have to rant and rave anymore because we have listened to it. Excuse me. Now, authenticity doesn't either mean, the person who's on Facebook and who reveals all to everyone. That's not authenticity. That doesn't create trust and good relations with others. They've done research on it. The people who say everything to everyone and reveal everything, other people get very distrustful. They're like, ooh, if I ever talk with this person about anything that's real to me, the rest of the world is going to know. And neither is it the person, we don't trust the person who never reveals anything about themselves. It's that middle way. It's about knowing in which situation to reveal what. Like, it's not being authentic, turning up to a work meeting with CEOs and talking about how you are having this life crisis and how your wife might be leaving you. That's not the appropriate place for that. The appropriate place might be to talk to your boss in private and say, I'm struggling a bit right now and I'm doing everything I can for it not to affect work, but I want you to know the situation, because there might be days when I'm feeling really low and you might be wondering, why is so-and-so not performing the way they do? And then and hopefully you are in a workplace where these kind of conversations can be had, because then that allows us to actually be human, but doesn't, there's no need for us to kind of reveal everything to everyone. So, authentic living, definitely courageous, definitely vulnerable, but takes responsibility as well of who am I and my effect on other people. Am I creating an environment where everybody else are scared? Is that my way of authentic living? It's like, probably not the best way to live. But is it me molding myself just to make everybody feel good? No, it's not that either. Are you more confused now than when you started? That's okay, because we got 6 more keys to go through. Leave your comments below, any thoughts about anything that I've said. And do subscribe to the channel. There's a new episode every Tuesday and Thursday comes up, and then you'll be notified. That's all that subscribing means. Thank you. Bye.